Hey y'all, what is going on? I hope you all had a beautiful, marvelous, and blessed Sunday. And as I promised, I'm coming back with some inspiration. So, you guys, I have been doing a lot of reflecting on my past life, decisions that I've chose to make, things that I've chosen to do. And I have realized that sometimes in some situations, I myself can be my own worst enemy. And when I say that, I'm saying this: when we deal with others and their energy, right? If we are still angry inside, and if we are still dealing with certain issues on the inside that we have yet to heal from, then it will be hard for us to communicate with someone else, right? So I just I've just been reflecting on healing myself and more in tune with myself, realizing when I say something, realizing when I think of something, and I try to make sure that I am mindful now that if I'm communicating with somebody, that I think literally about my response, because I have grown that much. Now I've gotten help from people, okay? So just know it took a long time for me to get here, but I have finally gotten here, okay? And so with this inspiration, I'm wanting you all to know that once you get yourself healed on the inside, it's going to be constant work, because our minds, whew, they're so powerful. Anything can trigger you and make you think to the past. Think about a situation that harmed you, that you're working on healing from, and take you right back to that same situation. Your mind, because that thought, right, it came in your mind. So we have to be very mindful that we stay focused on our thoughts, because that's something that has been ailing me. That when I deal with something, that I am still allowing some past situations that I am healing from to creep back in my thoughts. And then when they creep back in my thoughts, they hold me back. They hinder me because they take me back to where I was in my mindset. Because then I start thinking, I start analyzing, and then I start focusing on the past. But guess what? That is exactly what it is, the past. And you have got to get a hold of taking yourself to the past. When something has happened, you have got to let it go. And I'm working on that. Okay, that is where I am now. And I'm so thankful that I got to this point, because boy, when I look back on how many times I'm thinking about things that have happened to me in the past, and then I realize I'm only really bringing that into my present. And I want to stop it from coming into my future. So, right now, my inspiration for you is to start focusing on your healing. We have got so many issues that we have went through in our years and time of being a human on this earth, right? Dealing with different emotions that you've caused to yourself, that others have caused, which you have allowed them to cause, right? And then we're dealing with things that we have zero control over. But we are still allowing those thoughts to creep in our mind. When we do that, all we are doing is staying trapped in the past. And I refuse to stay trapped. I refuse to stay trapped. There are so many people, they are dropping. They're transitioning so quickly. Okay, my uncle was only 64 years old, y'all. Okay, we have got to stop living in the past. You are only hurting yourself. And they are only allowing those people who try to get to you, right, to re-hurt you. Because you're thinking about it in here. And then all it does is create an emotion of anger, of sadness, that sometimes is hard for you to control. But you are the only one who can control those emotions: love, happiness, joy, anger, fear, destruction. Only you can control those actions that you take that comes with those choices that you make. So if you guys get anything from me from this message today, stop living in the past. Stop it. When you get your mind focusing on something and then you let a doubt creep in from the past, you let a situation creep in your mind from the past, all you're doing is affecting your present, which will definitely harm your future. So you guys, focus on healing from the inside. Those problems that you had dealt with, those situations that have happened to you, you have got to heal yourself from that. And that means get it out your mind. Try your best to keep your mind from going to those thoughts. We've got 600,000 thoughts that run through our mind in a 24-hour period, okay? And even when you're asleep, you are thinking, okay? And they call it dreaming. Just know you are always using that brain of yours. Make sure you start using it to heal yourself from your demons. And when you're talking to other people, if you are far from healed, and if there's someone who you know will trigger you to make you think the past thoughts or past actions of yourself, just zip it. Refrain from even giving that person your energy, because guess what? They've got their own healing to do. And if they're unhealed, how can they help you? How can they tell you what you need to do? Because they need to focus on their healing. So what I would say to you is, if someone is trying to trigger you and take you to the past you when you know you have grown, speak to them very quietly. Keep your emotions and your anger, your loudness, keep it in check when you're talking to them, and let them know, listen, sister, or listen, brother. We all have things that we have to heal from. So you got that. You got that. If you feel like you want to keep going and on and on and on and on, guess what? You got that. And I'm going to continue working on my healing. And I'm going to pray for your soul. Because a lot of us fail to realize that the actions that we take in this human body definitely affects the soul. Because you're unable to detach your soul. You can walk around here soulless all you want, but that soul will go and show you exactly what you did through your life. So I just want you guys to know, while you are walking through life, living this human experience, make sure you live it with divinity. Make sure you walk around with your head held high. Make sure that you know who you are in here, because that's the most important thing. Because when you show what you are in here, all the people can see out there is light. And that's all we need to shine. So when these people out here, I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your sisters, your brother, your best friend, whoever it is, your boyfriend, your husband, I could care less who it is. If they are trying to dim your light, you need to let them go. Because only light can bring out light and drive out the dark. So, all you can do is love them from afar, because they're the only person that can see themselves for who they are. And if they are unable to see themselves for who they are, they'll never hear you telling them about themselves or even showing them the light, because they're going to always think they know what they're talking about. They're going to always think they know what they're doing. So guess what? Give them peace, give them love, and tell them, you got that, brother. You got that, sister. And you guys keep having a beautiful and blessed day. Continue to shine your light, because that's what the world needs. I hope you guys really got a message from this today. And I'm in it for the long haul. Y'all gonna see me tomorrow and the next day and the next day, because I will continue to heal me, and I will continue to use my words that God blessed me with to help you heal you, because you are the only one who can do it. So I want you to know, start that healing process. But first, you've got to hold yourself accountable for your actions. You got to hold yourself to a high standard, to the divinity of the spiritual being that you are. Okay? And if you are unaware of who you are, Go look up earth science and it'll tell you all you are is a bunch of energy in this flesh. And once this flesh dissipates, your energy, your soul is going to go one way, up, down, or stand still. You choose which way you'd like to go. And I want you to know I'm going to always be here to help you guys. So if you feel like you need somebody to talk to, call me, message me. I am here. We need to always be here for each other. All right. Light connects with light, and light drives out the dark. But if the dark wants to stay dark, you never dim your light for the darkness. You just keep on moving. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and you guys get inspired.